Welcome back to another episode of Tie 2 Sports. You see the title, NFL Week 5, Cowboys versus Steelers on Sunday Night Football. Let's start off with the early games. We actually have a game going on in the AM over in London. We got the Jets versus the Vikings. But let me pull up the picks for today. I hope you guys enjoyed yesterday's college football games. We actually had a lot of upsets. But the Miami Hurricanes, fortunately, with Cam Ward and the defense showing up late, even though, they had a lot of mix-ups earlier in the game, were able to come back from down 25 points, Tom Brady style, to win 39-38 against Cal on the road. But as far as NFL, in the early game, I'm going to go with Minnesota over the Jets. I also got Chicago. I have Baltimore, New England. No, actually, let me take that away. Take that New England away. I'm going to fix that. Sorry about that. Do not take New England. The lines have changed. There's a lot of injuries, for all you Dolphin haters. So we're not even going to do New England and the Dolphins for right now on the ticket. But I am going to give you a bonus pick for that as far as points. Okay, so anyway, we got the Vikings. Do that live right now. You got the Bears. You got Baltimore. You have Houston over on Buffalo. We got the Raiders beating the Broncos. We got the 49ers over the Cardinals. We got the Seahawks. And then for player props, the two I'm going to give you right away, Derrick Henry of Baltimore for an anytime touchdown and James Cook of Buffalo for an anytime touchdown. And you see at the bottom, plus bonus picks. So stay tuned for the bonuses. Also, down at the bottom, you see, and I'm going to pull it up now. If you'd like to donate, please donate to the channel to continue to support, You go to Cash App, $TY Rebel 22. Cash App, $TY Rebel 22. I'm going to leave the picks up for a second. But before we go forward, let's look at the injury report to see if any other injury updates have came out besides that Dolphin and New England game, because it's very important when you put in these player props and you put in these money lines and spreads that you know who will not be participating. So we're going to go to the injury report really quick. Give me 1 second so I can pull that up so you guys can see it, so I can just scroll for you guys to follow along with me. There's a lot of divisional games going on this week in this Week 5 match. We already had the Bucks, taking a late loss to the Falcons in the divisional matchup. Okay, so this game is actually going on now. We got Moses at tackle out for the Jets, and then we got Hawkinson out for the Vikings, but I still think they'll be able to pull it through, even though he's very important for that passing game. Okay, we got Nick Chubb out for the Browns. That's why I didn't go with the Browns. You got Nyheim Hines out. You got Hicks out. You got Hudson out. It's just a lot of people out for the Browns. Also, right at DN for the Commanders, they're missing Farrell, but they got a deep defensive line. They're missing Noah Brown, but you still got Terry McCullen. Okay, so now for the Panthers, they're missing the linebacker Thompson. They really can't afford to lose too much of anybody. They're also missing another linebacker, Jewell, along with a center out with a concussion. As far as the Bears, this is why I'm going with Chicago. Not only are they home, good defense, Caleb Williams coming along, but they're only missing guys on defense where they actually can afford to take misses with Smith and Pickens out. I know I'm going a little fast, but it's because I want to get to a lot of things on this show. Okay, a corner missing for the Ravens, and that'll be all. As far as the Bengals, they got a good bill of health. All right, now with Buffalo, they're missing Johnson. Of course, we got the suspension to one of their top rush ends. And then, I'm sorry, they're also missing Shakur at receiver, Tyler Rapp. They're missing Ed Oliver. So it's just a lot that Buffalo is missing, and they're on the road. So I just don't see them being able to go into Texans territory and get it. Barrett is missing for the Texans, along with Jerry Hughes, that used to play for Buffalo, and Joe Mixon is still out. Pierce is questionable. But I expect a big day from guys like Robert Woods, Stephon Diggs. This is his payback. Tank Dell is actually returning. So it's a lot. Then we got Kenny Moore out for the Colts. We got Payne out for the Colts. We got Jonathan Taylor out for the Colts, which has me kind of wanting to lean towards the Jags. That Jonathan Taylor. That's why we'll get to that in a second. But for as of now, I would go Jags plus 7.5. I would go Jags plus 7.5. So let that be your first bonus. If they don't win, they'll lose close because Flacco may possibly be playing because Anthony Richardson is questionable at quarterback with an oblique injury. Now, Odell Beckham is back for the Dolphins. So is Teron Armstead. A lot of guys are back. Poyer's out, but they're pretty decent at safety. The backup will be not Skylar Thompson, even though he's listed as questionable. They'll probably go with Tom Boyle. And as far as the Patriots, they got a lot of guys listed as questionable, but a lot of these guys are out. Don't believe this because I was looking at it. I know the safety, Jabril Peppers. I'm not seeing him on Jabril Peppers. It has him questionable. He's out. He's not playing. They switched running backs. It's just a lot going on with the Patriots. Kendrick Bourne, he'll probably play. But it was some more injuries that I saw. I was following this all week, but I know Peppers is a big loss. And you got in the slot, you're going to have Jonnu Smith and you're going to have Odell Beckham. So we'll see how that goes with Tyler Huntley. Now, out for the Cardinals, Adams is out at guard and Williams is out at corner. You never want offensive lineman missing for Kyler Murray because he's a very fragile guy. Then you look at Flows, missing for the Niners at linebacker, along with Matos at end. Doubtful is Conley, but they got a lot of receivers. So I'm going to go with the 49ers. Of course, Christian McCaffrey still hurt. Okay, now the Raiders, as you see, I'm riding with the Raiders today. That's on the ticket. Okay, no Devontae Adams, healthy scratch. Well, he's not healthy. He has a hamstring, but he's on the trading block. Questionable is Max Crosby. Let's see if Max Crosby plays, but they play team defense. Got Michael Myers out, but as long as you have Brock Bowers, they'll move along. McAllister questionable, but they got Gardner Minshew. Zaire White is out, so that's why you know what we're gonna take Raiders plus 7.5. We're not gonna take Raiders anymore because Zaire White is out. That's affecting that running game. I don't know if I'm comfortable with that on the road. So we're going to go Raiders plus 7.5. So let me fix that. We are no longer going with the Raiders money line. This is why you have to watch the full show and you have to watch the injury report. So we're going to go Raiders plus 7.5. Because those injuries really can affect things. So Raiders plus 7.5. We're going to make that adjustment. You have to stay tuned with the injury report. Watch ESPN Bottom Line, just like my bottom line. And speaking of bottom lines, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at TY24Sports. And please donate to the Cash App, $TYRebel22. Okay, now with the Giants and the Seahawks, I don't think the Giants stand a chance. Malik Neighbors is out, which is their big play guy. So they'll probably have to lean towards Hyatt that was complaining about the ball anyway and just being involved. They're on the road. We all know how that Seahawks crowd is. They're loud. Michigan found out about Seattle yesterday playing against Washington. The only person I see out for the Seahawks is Murphy at a tackle. Oh, also Young at tackle. But if they can get a nice pass rush, I don't see why Geno Smith won't get another win. Okay, now we got the Packers going up against the Rams on the road. We got the Packers and the Rams. I did not put this on my ticket because this is a very interesting one. I may double back on this one. But right now, maybe a roll upset. I'm gonna lean towards the Packers, but that's tentative. Don't just put that in. Maybe make that as a single bet because this can go either way. Because the Rams need this one. They're still missing Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. They're missing a lot, but they've been able to fight late in games. The Packers. You know what? I'm gonna go with the Packers. I'm gonna go with the Packers on this one. So let that be a bonus for you, Green Bay. All right, now Sunday night football. We got a lot going on. Brandon Cook's out, so we got backups playing at wide receiver. But we know the Dallas Cowboys draft well. As far as Michael Parsons is gonna be out, along with DeMarcus Lawrence, so that slows up the pass rush. The Steelers are at home. You want to go with the Steelers, but they're missing Highsmith. They're missing Pruitt. They're missing Patterson. They're missing Warren. So what is the run game going to look like? So this is kind of questionable. So we're going to go Cowboys plus 7.5. So Cowboys plus 7.5. I don't think you go wrong with that. I don't think you go wrong with that. You'll have to come back tomorrow to get my Monday night picks, but that's going to be the injury report for Sunday. Okay. Now, like I said, it was a lot going on with college football. While I'm pulling up Instagram, I just want to speak on college football simultaneously. You know, I can multitask. It's a lot of people I see, they have a nasty habit of they don't watch games. They just watch the scoreboard and they think they know what's going on. You have to actually watch teams and see matchups. You know, that's why you'll see on my upset alert every week. I said Arkansas and Tennessee, I believe. I said several different games, Syracuse and UNLV. And another thing, just because the team lose, don't get the nasty habit of thinking, oh, they didn't play anybody. Or if they win, they didn't play anybody. This is Power 5 football. And even some top-level group of 5 in the Mountain West and the American, I would put those up there, you know, with the South Floridas, the Memphises, the Tulanes. You got the Boise States, the UNLVs. That's why the Pac-12 is trying to steal those Mountain West and American teams, because they're mini Power 5s. You know, they may lack it in the trenches, but they have it everywhere else. But yeah, I hear a lot of people complaining about upsets. You know, oh, Alabama lost to Vanderbilt. Okay, but Vanderbilt was in a dogfight and beat Virginia Tech team that went down to the wire with Miami, and everybody was like, oh, Miami played Virginia Tech. They're nobody. That's Virginia Tech, and that's a rivalry game. Since when is Virginia Tech nobody? They just went to Stanford on the road in Cali, just like how Miami went to Cali, and they won. You know, Stanford beat Syracuse. Syracuse beat UNLV. So it's 60 degrees of separation. They want to say USC lost to Minnesota, but USC beat LSU. LSU is beating South Carolina. South Carolina is giving a run for the money to Kentucky. Actually, I think they beat Kentucky. You know, Kentucky went hard with Georgia, and Kentucky beat Ole Miss. So when you start saying nobody played anybody, you're really putting your foot in your mouth, because a lot of these teams that you say are nobody beat your favorite team or beat the team that you say is the best. Alabama beat Georgia. Georgia basically got whooped against Kentucky and made it out, you know, because of a bad play call by Kentucky's head coach. And then, you know, Ole Miss loses to Kentucky, but Ole Miss beat South Carolina. South Carolina, you know, went hard with LSU. So really, I don't want to hear a lot of this, especially from people that are not watching games. Even I was wrong with the Boston College, seeing how well they played. I didn't think Virginia could compete. And Virginia did come back and win. So we really have to be careful. You know, Texas Tech beat Arizona, even though Arizona beat Utah. Just because you're better than somebody doesn't mean you're a good matchup. And coming off a emotional win or loss, you can lose. But let's get to the NFL, because in the NFL, you can't get away with that college football thing. You didn't play anybody, because these are all professionals. So right now, as I said, 9 a.m., 9:30 on NFL Network, we got the Jets and the Vikings playing. So Aaron Rodgers versus Sam Darnold, Justin Jefferson versus Garrett Wilson. And remember, Justin Jefferson made that comment after the Chiefs game, even though they beat the Chiefs. You know, after the Jets Chiefs game, he said, "I'm not Garrett Wilson." So we'll see. This was him, you know, walking, you know, I guess in his Sunday best, walking into the stadium. You know, so shout out to him. You know, seemed like he got a nice little gift basket or whatever. I don't know if the teams, the NFL gave that to these guys for traveling so far over there to London, up early. It says, check out these Jets arrival fits. So these are the Jets players. I don't know what this guy has on. You looking real Scottish. Is that a kilt or is that shorts? I don't know what he got on. But okay, that's short. Okay, you can get away with that. Looking like Billy White shoes or Billy White socks, because he got the black shoes on. Okay, I see you, Sauce Gardner. You know, solid colors, jet colors. Got on green. You know, I don't like all of the exotic colors, guys. I know I got on this you know, pink for breast cancer. You know, God bless the dead, my aunt. But I don't like these guys be having all these weird colors and weird combinations. But you know, I'm not the fashion police. You know, there goes Garrett Wilson. The guy that Justin Jefferson says he's not, we'll see. I'm not sure who this guy is. I don't know, but, you know, kudos to you. Then we got a homie with the sleeveless, no sweater. I guess your body gonna be warm and your arms gonna be cold. All right. Let's scroll down. And I hate when it's technical difficulties. And let me take this college football thing down because it's NFL Sunday. But I hate when it's technical difficulties when you're trying to see things on Instagram. That's one thing they got to get better with, or maybe I got to get better with my connection. But again, this is the Sunday slate. We got Vikings and Jets going on right now. Sorry, got the Ravens and the Bengals. We got the Bears and the Panthers. We got the Texans and the Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, Colts, and Jaguars. It's a nasty weather game with the Colts and the Jaguars. So who knows, who knows how that might go. Because if you take away the pass away from the Colts and they're on the road and there's no Jonathan Taylor, I can see the Jaguars plus 7.5. Jaguars might get a win today. They switched the Dolphins to the favorite. I thought that was going to be an upset alert because it was early in the week, but the Dolphins have got a lot of guys back healthy. I think Raheem Mostert's back too. But I also want to see a little more of Jalen Wright in between the tackles. Let Achane go on the outside. They have good backs, but they have to use them correctly. But look for the Dolphins. Let's go to Dolphins. Let's see if we can do the Dolphins plus 6.5 or plus 2.5. But I think the Dolphins will probably win. You'll do safe money line, but do it separate. We're gonna ride with the Commanders over the Browns because of all of the injuries. I was riding with the Raiders, but now we're gonna do Raiders plus 7.5. We're riding with the 49ers. The Packers, I want to do that plus 7.5. We're gonna ride with the Seahawks. And then the Cowboys, I want to do plus 7.5 with all those injuries to both teams. But let's scroll a little bit further. This was just an interview they were doing with Aaron Rodgers. A lot of people are wondering, he's played kind of average, maybe above average, but he hasn't played like Aaron Rodgers. So a lot of people are wondering what's going on. So you can go look that up on Instagram. But it's mostly just stuff about today's early game. A lot of promotion. I guess they got Justin Jefferson and Aaron Jones of the Vikings. They're promoting to the international fans to, be there. They got the little wine, I guess, doing like the Harry Potter theme, eat nice English food. They should have left the plate. I haven't ate. Well, I had a peanut butter sandwich, but I haven't ate on this Sunday morning. So, greedy people love to see food. Other than ESPN, my favorite channel is the food channel. So shout out to the Vikings, and shout out to the New Orleans Vikings beating Coco. New Orleans, a lot of people thought they were faking, but it seems like they're real. But these Vikings in the NFL, they just as real. I like that defense Flores has. Got best receiver arguably in the game, and Justin Jefferson. Sam Darnold, rejuvenated. With I believe Kevin O'Connell, the coach, having that quarterback-friendly offense. So it's just a lot to look at. Also, this the promotion for the Baltimore versus Cincinnati. We got Joe Burrow versus Lamar Jackson. Doesn't get any better than that. So we're going to leave on this note. I know a lot of you South Florida fans that watch the show, you definitely, rooting for Lamar Jackson. But Joe Burrow has something to say, and they need this win, and they're at home. So we're going to see who's going to win this one. I roll with Baltimore, but I wouldn't put that on the ticket. Maybe do that as a single bet, or maybe do Baltimore plus. See if you can do plus 3.5 or something. I don't know, because I can see Cincinnati winning by a field goal or something. So that's the promotion for that. That's gonna be the show for the day. Thank you guys for